For just over 4 months, I've been working on a database management system from scratch. I intend this to be an object database so that you interact with the data via objects. But at the moment, I'm just building the layers beneath that. And so I've started with a B tree. I've had that working for about a month and a half. I have then been starting to build on top of that. And this week, I wanted to get some of the starting points for representing a schema. Well, I already have some of those. Like I'm able to store different fields with different kinds of values and map them out into a key. But now I want to be able to variably store in the data structure how the schema is and have more than one tables represented in that. And before I do that, I want to be able to store a variable length of data because I think that I'm going to have to store the schemas in that fashion. Still thinking about it, like if I had another way of storing a collection of records that represent tables that represent the like information schema that represent the structure of the data that then you can load and use it. But I think that I'm going to start with just a flat schema that the database loads from some format, JSON maybe, and then that tells the database system how the rest of the data is laid out. So that is going okay. I started on a heap this week. So what you can do is you can allocate parts of like my intention is that it will be a variable length blob of data, and you can allocate blocks of that. So I've got the mechanism where you can allocate a 240 byte block in a list of blocks, and that's part of a larger disk size block, which is what the rest of the DB works on, which is 496 bytes, I think, 4096 bytes rather. And so 256 byte slices of that are allocated. And so obviously you only need one part of that when you allocate it, so the rest goes into a free list, and that's working. So that's what I worked on this week. Next week, I'm hoping to build the field type that then uses this variably length blob, and then depending on how well the week goes, I might even start working on, okay, well, this is how the schema is stored, and like how the versions of the schemas are stored in the transactions, and that will be like starting to see what the vision of what this looks like. I still like longer term, we still need to do some kind of parsing, and I'm thinking of just doing a SQL parser to begin with. And yeah, that's more speculative. I think that probably I also want to be able to perform queries in an objective way. But I'm still thinking about how that will work. Anyway, that's my update for this week. If you like what I'm doing, let me know.